Okay, greetings. Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. I'm doing something right now, and as I was doing it, I got a piece of grass in my mouth, sorry. I thought, this is something that I wanted to know. I wanted to know about this. And I know it now because I made the investment and I have done what I needed to do, and now I know. Okay, now I know. So what it's going to come down to is like a product. I don't know. I'm gonna show you a product, and I'm gonna give my commentary on it. I don't know what you call that, but. And as I was using the product, I'm mowing. I'm not mowing, I'm harvesting. I thought, well, that's like a product endorsement, and you don't want to do that because the people that made this, if you're going to endorse their product, they ought to pay you, right? Well, I'm not sure that's what this is about at this point. Matter of fact, I know it isn't. So if they were paying me and I endorsed it, that wouldn't be a very objective deal, would it? I don't think it would. So I didn't buy that because somebody endorsed it to me. I talked to my buddies over at Ebel's store, and they don't pay me either. I wish they did. But I talked to them. I've just been doing business with them for 14 years now. And they recommended this machine here for what I wanted to do. And here's how it went. I had an old mower, a John Deere 15 horsepower riding mower that I got 20 years ago. And the deck went on it, and I needed a new one. And Ebel's showed me what that would be to get a new deck on it. And then while they were showing me that, they showed me this little beauty right here. This is a Husqvarna 24 horsepower, zero turn lawnmower. And I mean, I got it, and I'm glad I did. It's 54-inch cut, and I mow a lot of lawn here, so I'm glad I got it. I'm really glad I got it. I really like it. It's one of my favorite things to do is mow lawn, and I get a lot of ribbing for it around here, but hey, so be it. But I can justify anything, right? I can justify robbing banks if I want to. And I'm justifying it by saying, well, look at the beautiful product that I get when I'm done. Look at that. That's wonderful. And then we use that in the rows, and we don't have it here, of course, but I'll show you some rows where we do. This row right here, I put it in that row, and the weeds are suppressed. And it's done organically. So this row right here is the one I'm going to be working on now. I come through with the weed whacker and knock these down close. I take my time, do a nice job. And not only are we putting that organic matter down in the row, I'm going to put these grass clippings in between. And there's a lot to know about doing that. And so the grass clippings, although they would be useful out on the field that I just cut it from, they'll also be useful here. Now, I'm not saying that in order to have a good lawn that you have to do this. Matter of fact, I think the opposite is true. I think you want to feed the lawn with a lot of organic material. You want to feed it with a lot of bacteria-laden compost. And then when you cut this and let it lay there, the lawn can use it. The thatching can turn that into energy, and it'll make more grass for you to mow. But in this case, I want to collect this up because I want to use it here. And that's not the only place I want to use it. If that was it, I don't know if the investment would have been worth it, because this machine was not cheap. At least in my economy, that machine was better part of $1,800, right? But let me show it. It's going to be a product review, and let me show you what I got. The machine obviously has got a tow bar on it. On this side, there's a pump, an air pump, and that's what makes the vacuum. And then this tube here, this thick tube, goes to the discharge on the mower. And I got interested in doing this because I wanted to collect the grass clippings, and so I did get a collection bag for this, but it would fill so fast and the chute would plug when you were mowing lush grass. And I did talk to the guys over there about it, and they, you know, they knew, they've dealt with that before, and they said, well, you know, to get serious about it, you need one of these things. So this thing will hold, you see the size of it, I would say that is about 2 or 3 yards of grass clippings. So I can mow for quite a long time, and I don't have to empty it, you know. And like the old system, to empty it, I had to lift these things out, and then you had to take it someplace and dump them out, and they would go maybe about 3 feet in the garden, then I'd have to do it again. This, we're talking 10 feet of garden right there, easy. And so usually if I have a helper with me and I'm doing the technical part, the mowing, then my helper is spreading the clippings, and I can usually stay a little bit ahead of them, and they can do a good job. You know, we want to put it around the base of the plants, and that gives us a lot of advantage, because then if we do have to run sprinklers or we get a good rain, the dirt is covered, and we don't get the evaporation coming out of there that we would otherwise. There's drawbacks to it. I haven't seen them. I've read about them, pests and things like that. I haven't seen it. When I do, I'll tell you. But let's finish the review on this. In order to dump this, there's a catch right here, a dump lever, and if I kick that, the whole thing tips back. I'll do it with my hand. Tips back like that, kind of automatically. It's got some actuating cylinders under it that are sprung. And then you get off of it and you come back here and grab this handle here. And all you do is pick that up, and it continues the dump. It requires very little strength to do it, you know. I'm working the bugs out of it right now. It's this, you know, I've never used one, and at first the vacuum tube was coming off, so I had to get some bungee straps and a rope to hold it, and you know, that's how I'll do it for now until I know where it needs to be held and how it needs to be held, and then I'll make a, you know, a more airworthy repair on there. But it backs up really nice. I mean, backing up trailers for some people is really difficult, but this backs up really easy with this mower. It dumps real easy. I can get it in wherever I want to dump. The consistency of the grass is nice and usable. And when I say usable, I mean, you know, for this, but I'm going to show you some other things that I'm going to do with this. Like I said, if I was only going to just take care of the garden, I don't know. I think that would have been later on when I'm 68 that I would do that. But right now I have other uses for this. And also, like, when I looked at this, I was like, am I going to need to buy one of these every year? And if the answer is yes, then I'm not getting it, because I don't need broken equipment. So I looked it over pretty closely. I looked at the reviews on it that the professionals have done, and it gets really good reviews. It's got an engine on it. It's a 9 horsepower, and these engines are very prolific now. They come out of China, but they're very good. Honda is buying these engines and putting their stickers on them. I know because my son uses them a lot on mini bikes and go-karts and stuff. And I mean, this thing starts with one pull, very easy. The trailer itself is quite heavy duty. I don't think, you know, barring somebody backing into something or running into something, I don't think we're going to have a problem with that. Like all equipment, if you can get it out of the sun, you can get it out of the rain, it's better. So I'm going to try and keep this out of the sun because I'd like it to last, you know, I don't want to have to buy another one. Yeah, good heavy duty construction that's got good canvas on it. It's well made. This DR company comes highly recommended as far as equipment like this. There is a next level up, professional grade. This one isn't quite there, and I didn't feel as though I needed it. You know, professional grade would be something that has a duty cycle on it where you can run it constantly. I mean, from the day that you buy it, you'd never turn it off. And I'm not going to be doing that. I'll be using it once a week, twice a week, something like that. So, okay, today was the virgin run on it pretty much. I did not plug it at all, didn't even come close. I had to do the rigging on this. It comes with this, and this was part of the original mower. So I had to rig that. There was a little indicator here on this that would tell me whether or not I was plugged or not. And I pulled that out. So I have a hole here now. So I can look very easily at that, and I can see grass going through it. If I don't see grass moving, then I would know that I'm plugged. I did have a little bit of a problem with keeping that spout on, and I haven't run that to ground yet, but I used some pretty heavy self-tapping machine screws, and I screwed it on there. And that would be great, except if I want to operate this without the vacuum on it, I'm going to have some problems. You know, it does plug, because I've tried it. It plugs up pretty quick. So I'm going to have to work through that. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. It'll present itself in the days to come, what I'm supposed to do there. I might just put that on with bolts, and then I can take them off. All right. Okay, so let's shut it off here, and then I'll go out to the area where I'm mowing, and I'll tell you why I'm mowing it and all that stuff. There is a purpose for all this. This isn't just, these clippings are not just, you know, lawn, because I'm here to tell you we've had a drought this summer, and our lawn is not looking too good. So I wouldn't be mowing the lawn, that's for sure. I'm actually mowing a little bit of my chicken area that I was going to let go fallow this year and just grow and fall over. But I need a little bit more room out there for my chicken tractors, because the area that I have kept open has not replenished itself because it's been so dry. So I needed to cut some of it back. And so I'll take you out there. We'll be out there in just a minute.